Welcome back to Red State Revolt. I've spent the last couple of weeks looking into some of the vaccination rate information, both data that's publicly available and information that I'm dealing with in my own company and where I work. And something strikes me out throughout this whole analysis and process is that these numbers just seem off to me. The vaccination rates numbers seem off. And part of it has to do with some of the analysis I've been asked to do and some of the information that's been reported publicly just doesn't add up. And I want to go back and just talk for a minute about the history here behind where we're at with the mandates. Now, remember, the Biden administration came out and said that they are going to require a federal mandate for all companies more than 100 employees. That mandate was challenged in court and it was shut down. Some employers, some states, and even employees themselves filed lawsuits to challenge that mandate, and they were successful. So now that leaves the individual businesses with the choice on whether they want to continue with this mandate or not. For example, Google has gone ahead and said, we're going to listen to what the Biden administration does. We're going to follow their guidance, in essence, defaulting to them rather than their own logic. And has decided, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay people off if they don't upload their vaccination status to us. Now, 600 Google employees have signed a manifesto stating that this does not involve an inclusive or is being inclusive of all Googlers. That's kind of funny that they're using the left's language against them here, or they're going to be let go. Now, remember, this is Google following the mandate. That is not actually a law. It's just them deciding that they're going to go ahead and do this. All right, now move that into not just tech companies, but what the airlines are doing. And this is where it gets real interesting to me, where sort of the data comes through that just doesn't make a lot of sense. So the United Airlines CEO, that's Scott Kirby, has said their resignations, the people who have quit over the vaccine mandates, is in the single digits. Further along down in this article, it says small digits. I don't know why they would change it, but it's CNN, so who knows what they did. There is no way United Airlines, with 84,000 employees, had single-digit resignations over the COVID mandates, over the vaccine mandates. It doesn't make any sense. They have more resignations than that in a single day. Now, it might not be over the mandates, but just logically think about that for a moment. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, if you dig into the data a little bit further, because there's not a lot of information around the resignations, companies have hidden that information and they will not share the resignation numbers that are specific to the vaccine mandates. But the federal government gave them $54 billion in bailouts. And they still have 28,000 fewer jobs in the airline industry today in December of 2021 than they did a year ago. So where are all those people? Why are they not working? And remember that term, the Great Resignation. Well, why did they resign? Was it because of the mandates or were there other reasons? Now, I'm going to tell you how they're manipulating the numbers. That's the point of why I wanted to put this together, okay? And what I'm seeing other companies do and what my colleagues are being asked to do. And here's how it comes through. Let's say, for example, that I had a company with 100 employees and 50 of those employees were vaccinated, all right? I have a vaccination rate of 50%. If 50 of those employees resign, or I terminate them, or I make it otherwise difficult for them to continue to work and they just quit, then now I only have 50 employees and 50 of them are vaccinated. So my vaccination rate is 100%. And I can claim I won. I have a 100% rate. Look how great I am. But in reality, I coerced those people to either get the vaccine or the others to resign and quit. Now, that leads into a deeper problem we'll cover in the next video here, which is what is going on with the bonus payments and the increased wages that's affecting inflation. In essence, if American Airlines is going to pay $100,000, well, it's $180,000 bonus to pilots and a $5,000 sign-on bonus to ground staff, on top of some airlines increasing wages by 30%, what kind of impact does that have on inflation? Now, There's a great debate about inflation. Remember, at first it was transitory, which is a completely made up term. And now they're finally admitting that it's not transitory. We have higher consumer prices, and that's causing a problem because of supply chain issues. Well, sure, that's part of it. But what is going on with the increase in minimum wage, the sign-on bonuses, and the other increased wages to bring people back into the workforce? That's definitely an inflationary pressure. We'll talk about that in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content. Get your notifications anytime I post a video.